Hi, and welcome back to Be Creative Stamping. Today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable little punch art duck, and I want to show you the punches that we will be using today. The first one is the Ornament Punch, and the punch looks like this. And then we are going to need two of these punched out in Daffodil Delight, and this is the extra large oval. Then we'll use the Boho Blossom Punch and we'll punch out this shape right here. Then we'll move on to the 1 3/4 inch scallop circle. And we will need this small oval using this punch. And our next oval is using this punch here. And this little punch shape down here is the modern label, and it looks like this. And then these little seeds, that's what I want to call them because they look like watermelon seeds. It actually came from this punch that was in our catalog a couple of years ago. And this is the shape that I'm using right here. And the very last one, these little teeny tiny watermelon seeds, again, and that's what I like to call them. It comes from the Edgelets pack, and you get 2 of these finishing touches, and we're actually using the bigger one. There are 3 there, and the one in the center is the biggest one. And you'll need 2 of those. We're going to start by sponging our punched out pieces, and I'm going to start with Daffodil Delight ink because all of these shapes are in the Daffodil Delight, and I'm just going to rub all the way around here, and we'll do the flower. And our wide oval shapes as well. And one more here. And we're going to take our scallop here and we're actually going to cut it. So let's see, I'm going to cut it straight across just like this. And then I'm going to sponge this. Now I could have sponged the entire thing before cutting. I just didn't think about that. Alright, and we have one more little Daffodil Delight here. Alright, now we're going to move on to the pumpkin pie, and we want to shade these pieces. I'm using a sponge dauber, which works the same as your sponge. I'm always interchanging these. Alrighty. The modern label piece right here, that's actually going to become his feet, which is really kind of cool. All right, and this is part of his beak. And now we're ready to assemble. I'm going to be using 2-way glue to put most of the duck together. I know that I want my flower to be under this ornament punch. We're creating the face now, or the head of the duck. And so what I'm going to do is just kind of center that. Let's see, move it over just a bit. That should be about right, okay? And then the next piece we're going to put together, I'll put 2-way glue on the back of this oval. And then I am going to probably attach it about right there. And now I can apply more 2-way glue. And we can put it about there. Okay. So as you can tell, I am covering up this part of the ornament with the pumpkin pie shapes. Now let's work on the bottom. This is the bottom of this little guy, and this is the modern label punch. And I'm going to use the oval, And I am going to slide this in, and I'm going to position this oval about there, and see the little foot? Now we have it. And again, we're going to need to do the same with this. I just grabbed a Post-it note and it's sticky on this side. I've attached the other half of the modern label shape, and now I am going to insert it in my punch, and I think the foot will probably look good just like that. So I'm going to punch it out. And now I can take the Post-it note off. Now, if you didn't want to do that, just punch 2 of these modern label shapes in pumpkin pie. And you may find that easier for you. Alright, so this is the bottom of our little duck, and I want to pop his feet up. And so I'm going to put a dimensional on each one. Alright, and let's see. I'm going to put his little foot there. And there. Okay, now I'm ready to work with his wings, and I'm going to put some 2A glue here. Now, if you'll notice, I have 4 of these mountains showing on both sides for the wing. And so I'm going to want 4 showing, so I'm just putting glue at the very bottom part that will not show. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put his little wing behind his body, and look, I've got all 4 of these showing. Okay, and we're going to do the same to the other side. Alright, so put a little 2A glue there. I'm going to try and make it so that his wings are fairly even and that they look the same on both sides. And I think that will work. And then we're going to take his little body here, and I'm actually going to put a dimensional here, and it's going to have to be rather small. Alright, so let's put it about right there, and then we're going to peel up this, and we're going to attach this part to our little duck. I did reposition this guy's little wings a little bit. They were up closer to the head, and what I've done is I've moved them out a bit. And actually, I'm going to put some more 2A glue here. Just be careful when you apply it that you bring the wings down some so that his head is not in the way. And I think that will work. Alright, so now we have the tedious part, okay? We've got to put these eyes on, and I like to use the 2A glue for this. Alright, so I've covered that up, and now I'm going to try and just pick this up. Tweezers would also work very nicely. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Let's try the next one. Get lots of 2A glue there. I try and pick it up with the little piercing tool. We've got to do this other little one, and this is really, really difficult, but it really is cute when it's done. It's just, I'll show you the other one there. It's definitely worth it for the cuteness factor. Now we're going to add some little pupils here with the white gel pen. So I've done that. And we're going to take one of our 1x8 cello bags. They're located in our big catalog. And I am using these little Sixlets candies. And they can be found at any big box store. I'm going to slide this in just like this. You'll need 2 of these if you're using the little packages. And then you can peel that off and fold over. Now at this point we're going to be ready to put our little duck on, okay? And so I'm actually going to attach some glue dots here So I will put several on because this is what is going to stick on the bag. So I'm just putting them in various places, and then I will stick it right here. And then I'm actually using this oval for the back, and I am going to put some dimensionals here. I'm not sure. I didn't do that on this one. It looks like on this one I used glue dots. So maybe I should do the same because we definitely want it to hold. Alright, so I'm applying some glue dots here. I'm not touching the glue dots. When they get on your skin, they just begin to ball up and you can't even use them. Alright, so now I'm covering up this little guy with this other oval. So now we have this adorable little duck with just some simple punches. So I hope that you will give this a try. Thanks so much for buzzing by.